Hello viewers, you're welcome to another edition of Golden Stitches. Today I'll be showing you how to cut normal bubu. Is that okay? With turning to the front. Okay, I saw a lot of requests on how to achieve that. So what I'm going to do now is do some minor explanation. Now for the person's neckline, if he's a plus size person, be free to use 3 inches by what? 3 inches. Is that okay? 3 inches by 3 inches. Or if you don't want to use 3 inches by 3 inches, you can check out my video on how to measure and cut neckline for senator top. Is that okay? All right, I can leave the link below, but for this particular one you can. Is that okay? 3 by 3. Then the depth, the full depth, is that okay? The full depth from this way is going to be 8 inches. Is that okay? From the picture you will see that the slit is a bit longer. If it's not a slit that is too long, you can stop at 7 inches. Is that okay? All right. So then the shoulder slope from the, because it's a dormant sleeve, is that okay? From the shoulder to the armhole area here, what you are going to measure is like 4 inches, because if you can see from the video, from the picture on the thumbnail, is not a long dormant sleeve. Is that okay? If it's long dormant sleeve, you can do 7 inches or 6 inches, but since it's a short one, you can do 3 to 4 plus sewing allowance 4 inches. Is that okay? Then if it's, then you slant it by what? 2.5 inches. Then after you have done that, you will measure your round sleeve. Your round sleeve here depends on the person's size. If the person is a plus size, you can use 8 plus sewing allowance 9. If the person is not a plus size, you can use 6 plus sewing allowance 7 or 7 plus sewing allowance 8. Is that okay? Then you take the person's hip measurement. You take the person's hip measurement, waist, then hip measurement plus allowance. Is that okay? Whatever you take, because it's a free gown, please, you must insert your allowance 1.5 to 2 inches as the case may be. Then when you get to the lower part here, whatever you have from your hip here, you are going to minus 1.5 inches. Minus it to get this bottom hem here. Is that okay? All right. So if you have any question, please feel free to drop your question. After cutting, now we do the reflection. I should understand now. So this is after cutting. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to open the slit now. I'm going to open the slit. And when you're opening the slits, let me show you. Let me open it so that you see. When you're opening the slits, you open it this way. When you get to almost the end of the slit, you are going to turn your hand this way, notch it right and notch it on the left. Is that okay? Then you can take it to your ironing table and iron. You can iron it this way. Alright, but before I show you that, let's cut the turning. So this is how you are going to place it. You place your fabric, the one pieces you are going to use to cut your fabric, then you are going to place your material on it, the fabric that you have cut already. Then the only thing you do now is to trace the neckline. Then you trace the length. Now if you are cutting, please, you will cut below the slit that you have made. If you cut it too close, you will not be able to have allowance to do your folding. Is that okay? So now just watch as I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to cut the neckline now. So after cutting the neckline, After cutting it this way, then I'm going to look at where my notch is. Are you seeing it? This is where the notch is. Here. So I'm going to go below it like this way and cut. So I'm going to cut somewhere here. Then you're going to come to the shoulder line. Here it doesn't have any calculation. You can just take it. Make sure take somewhere here. So after you've done that, you can remove this. Then you can now cut. So you can now cut your desired shape. It can be a square. Is that okay? You can make it round. Any shape you desire for it to have. Is that okay? Then you are going to place it and you are going to cut the same way you have the slit. Cut to the point where you have the slit. So after you have done that, this is what it's going to look like. Is that okay? Can you see it? So what you are going to do is you are going to take this your interface, which is this one now. You are going to take it to the back of the gown, because remember you want to turn it to the right side. So you are going to take it to the back of the gown that you've cut. Then you are going to run it this way. You run it this way. You are going to run it this way. This way. When you get here, you run it. So after you have done that, you will now turn it to the front. So once you've done that, you are going to take it to your table. Then you are going to iron the neckline very well so that it can lie very well. Then the next thing is you take your iron and fold. Don't forget to notch the neckline before you turn it. Is that okay? So that you have a neat. So what you are going to do now is you are going to fold round the edge of this your interface. So once you folded, you are going to take it to your machine and you are going to mash it this way. Is that okay? Make sure your sewing is neat because it's in the front of the gown. Is that okay? So you are going to sew this way. Then after you've done that, you are going to take the back, place it on this front gown that you've already done. Then you run the shoulder line. Then you come to the side seams and sew it. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos. If you are new to our channel, you are so welcome. We love you. Thank you for watching.